Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to list all of your perfect squares. So here's how we do perfect squares. 1 squared is 1. 2 squared is 4. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. 6 squared is 36. 7 squared, 49. 8 squared, 64. Keep going, sorry. 9 squared is 81. 10 squared is 100. 11 squared, 121. 12 squared, 144. 13 squared, 169. Sorry, 14 squared, 196, and 15 squared is 225. Okay, you have to know these guys to do this way. So I believe one of your first problems is the square root of 50. So what I do is called PS POP. Here's your PS, here's your POP. Now, PS stands for perfect square. This POP right here is the other factor. So what you're going to do is you're going to figure out what two numbers can be multiplied to get 50, where one of them is a perfect square. Okay, so looking over here at your highlighted or your perfect squares, we can't use 64 because that's too big. Okay, so we're not going to use 64. Okay, 49 is also still too big. 36 is not going to be a factor of 50, so we're not going to use it. Again, 36 times nothing is going to give you 50. But if you look at 25, 25 is going to work because 25 is a factor of 50. So that is our perfect square that we're going to use. So then we have 25 times 2. 25 times 2 is going to give us 50. And so what we do is we put them under separate square roots. Now, the square root of 25 is 5. If you look at the second one, the square root of 2, well, that can't simplify, so you're just left with the square root of 2. So 5 times the square root of 2 is the same thing as the square root of 50. All I did was I found the perfect square that was a factor of 50 that I could plug in and simplify it. So let's take a look at another one. Let's say the square root of 45. Okay, so let's go look at our stuff again. Okay, now we have to use stuff that are less than 45. So 49 is not going to work because that's greater. 36 is not going to work because that's not a factor of 45. 25 is not going to work. 16 is not going to work. Ooh, but 9 works. So 9 is a perfect square. So that's our PS. So we got our 9 times some number that is going to give us 45. Well, 45 times, you can either do 45 divided by 9, whatever, or think of that other number. That other number is going to be 5. Now, the square root of 9 is 3. So you're left with 3 times the square root of 5. Square root of 5 cannot be simplified, so you are done. This is equal to the square root of 45. Now, here's the thing. If you notice, I always start with the larger numbers. You want to make sure you always go this direction. Otherwise, you're going to end up doing PS POP twice. Okay, so let's take a look at another one. What about this one? Okay, the square root of 600. Okay, square root of 600. Well, let's look at the largest perfect square. Well, obviously, all of these are going to work because 600 is not that big. But look at this guy right here. 100 is a perfect square. So if we use that as our PS, we can put 100 here, and then our product of prime. Well, 100 times 6 is going to give you 600. Now, the square root of 100 is 10. So I have 10 square roots of 6. There are no other factors of 6 that are perfect squares. Because look, you've got 1, you got 4, you got 9. So that's as simplified as it's going to go. Let's see. Let's take a look at 48. So the square root of 48. So look at the ones that you can't use. So I can't use 49 because that's too big. 36, not going to work. Let's do 25. Nope, not going to work. Let's do 16. Okay, well, if you don't know what it is, you can always take 48 divided by 16. So if I put that in my calculator, 48 divided by 16, it's going to give me 3. So that works. Okay, that works. Now you could do 4, but 4 is going to, it's not the largest perfect square. So if we do 16, then my PS is this guy, which is 16. 16 times 3 gives us 48, and the square root of 16 is 4 square roots of 3. Now, let's say you did 4. That means you would end up doing this. Here's your PS, here's your pop. Okay, so that gives us 2 square roots of 12. Well, guess what? 12 can also be simplified, so we would have to do this guy all over again. Okay, so that gives us 2 times 2 square roots of 3, which is 4 square roots of 3. Same answer. Okay, same answer. However, there's a lot more work to the second one. So you want to make sure that you choose the largest perfect square for this guy so that you can simplify it. If this number can be simplified again, then you didn't choose the largest perfect square. Let's see. I'll do one more with you. Let's see. Let's do one. Let's do one on the other side. Okay. So this one is 9 square roots of 72. Okay. Don't worry about the 9. Keep it over here. You're still going to PS pop it. So PS and pop. Okay. So thinking about the factors of 72. Okay. All right. 81. Nope. Too big. 64. Nope. Not going to work. 49. Nope. Not going to work. Is 36 going to work? Whoop, yep, it is. Now, here's the thing. 9 would also work, but you don't want to use 9 because that's not the largest one. This one is the largest one. So we come over here and we put our 36, and 36 times 3 is going to give us 72. 36 times 3, no, it's not. Just kidding. 36 times 2, I'm a failure at life. Times 2, cool. Okay, now, we've got this 9 out here. Square root of 36 is just 6. Okay, we can't do anything to the pop. Now we have 9 times 6, and 9 times 6 is 54 square roots of 2. So that's it. All right, I hope that